Hey everybody, Pete Werner here with my good friend Paul Krieger, doing another DVC member spotlight. Paul is a contributor on DVCfan.com. He's one of the moderators as well on the DVC Fan Facebook page. And you've been a member now. You have Grand Floridian, you have Animal Kingdom Lodge, correct?
Correct. We originally purchased 160 points via resale at Animal Kingdom Lodge, then added on direct to get our member benefits, and then just this past year added on 50 more resale points at Grand Floridian Villas.
Awesome. Yep, that's kind of what everybody's doing now, isn't it? We're doing the small direct contract piece and then doing the add-on. So why Animal Kingdom Lodge?
We had been there a couple times eating at the various restaurants at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it just felt like an escape for us. We were able to get away from the craziness that are the parks some days and really just begin to relax in the environment there. So there was really no question for Amy or I when we started to look at DVC as a potential in our family, and we went straight for Animal Kingdom.
How often do you come down to Orlando?
Right now we're averaging about 4 times a year. Not all of them necessarily are on DVC. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 stays that are cash based, but it allows us the freedom to get here more often, which is what we wanted. So. Yeah,
and you mentioned something that I think I'm noticing a lot on the boards, on Diz boards, on our fan group. People talking about using their DVC and not going into the parks.
Yep.
And just kind of using these places to chill out. And we're here at Wilderness Lodge, getting ready to do our review of Copper Creek, and I'm walking around kind of thinking about that I really wouldn't need to go into a theme park here.
Yep.
And as it gets more and more crowded, it gets more and more busy. I think that's like an aspect of this. When you own, you're coming back, so you don't feel that pressure to be in the parks.
Yeah. To give you an example, we're here with some family right now, doing the park thing. We've got a plan for every day. Today just happens to be our rest day, but Amy and I are actually coming back in July. And in July, it's sort of go with the flow. We've got a spa day planned. We're just going to chill at the pool at the Polynesian, and just maybe not have to worry about the craziness of the parks and enjoy the resorts.
Especially in July.
Yeah.
Now, what made you choose Grand Floridian?
It has always been a resort that it just sort of screams Disney to us. When we originally started coming here, as a kid, I was staying in the All-Stars, and then when Amy and I started coming together, we were doing moderate resorts, and we just always looked at the Grand Floridian as the resort that we would maybe never be able to stay at for a night. And so when we looked at adding on points, it's what we geared towards. There just so happened to be a 50-point contract available that matched our use year, which was an element that we wanted for the ease of reservations and stuff like that. So we went with it. And
I just got my first glimpse of the rooms over at the Grand Floridian Villas. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful. Yep.
They are gorgeous. Have you stayed over there yet?
Yep, we stayed last year. We were there for one night. We did a big hop around stay between 5 different resorts, but stayed right outside our balcony was the monorail. So literally woke up one morning to the honking horn of a monorail. And but the resort was great. I can't say more positive things about the staff that were over in the villas also.
Agreed.
Our bags were being shipped over from another resort, so they just made it very easy to get those up to our room, and just were overall just very pleasant the entire time.
What have been, how long have you been a member now?
Going a little over 2 years now.
Over 2 years. Any downsides being a member? Anything you wish they would change or you wish was better?
Nothing too much. We've been happy overall with the availability that we've seen both at our home resort and at others. I'm happy with knowing that I have a guaranteed reservation at Animal Kingdom or Grand Floridian at an 11-month mark. And I would say maybe, if anything, allowing deluxe one-bedroom accommodations building those more into future accommodations here. Because as we were talking about a little earlier, it seems like they're going with a cabin or a larger villa approach with a lot of their newer properties. And I wonder in the back of my head, is that an attempt at sort of bumping up,
Making people buy more points.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's, they apparently don't have to do anything to get me to buy more points. But so how much has it changed the way you visit and the way you vacation here?
we probably are planning 2 years ahead on average of how we want to stay. We're already looking at how do we want to spend our points during the 50th anniversary. We're already we've got some stays planned for next year, and we're in talks about the ones the year after that. But I'm not as stressed as we were talking about earlier to do everything in one visit. I know that I'll be back within 3 or 4 months. I know that I'll get another opportunity to experience this restaurant or experience this ride if I didn't get a fast pass or something like that. So it's a much more relaxed approach to Disney.
You know, it just occurred to me that, we say welcome home when you come to DVC. When you were just talking about that, about how we know we're coming back, so we have a much more relaxed approach, that's exactly what happened when I moved down here. I didn't feel the urgency because I knew I was coming. So it really is, even though you don't live here, it really does kind of give you that aspect of it at the very least. That, it does remove that urgency from it. One place you would love to stay that you haven't yet?
Beach Club. We've eyed that property up. We've eaten, we ate at Cape May Cafe, one of my wife's favorite restaurants. She loves all the seafood options that they have available there.
That's like my worst nightmare.
But the proximity, we've stayed at Boardwalk, but we would also like to experience Beach Club just because of its proximity to Epcot, which is our favorite park. The ability to just go out the International Gateway at night. If you want to grab a late night drink or a snack there on the boardwalk, you can, and then just bounce right into your room. So I'd say Beach Club for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the ones I'm looking forward to too. It's one of the ones we're going to be reviewing as part of this whole thing that we're doing this month. So, but thank you, Paul. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.